Okay, so starting with the digestive system, we're going to talk about where the food enters the mouth. Two types of digestion occur here, mechanical and chemical. Mechanical digestion is going to occur via chewing from the teeth, and chemical digestion is going to occur via salivary amylase, which is going to digest carbohydrates. The food is going to be chewed and turned into a bolus of food and then swallowed down past the soft palate. It's going to bypass the epiglottis right here, which is the opening to the trachea. Instead of going into the trachea, you're going to bypass the epiglottis and go into the esophagus, where the food will be swallowed. It's going to travel down through the esophagus. You're going to bypass the thymus here. If you see the two lobes of the thymus that wrap around the esophagus, and the thyroid gland here. And the food is going to continue down the esophagus. No digestion is going to occur there. It's just a passageway from the mouth to the stomach. It's going to dump down here into the stomach via the esophageal sphincter. And in the stomach, you're going to have also two types of digestion occurring, mechanical and chemical. So you're going to have mechanical digestion that's going to happen from the third muscle layer, which is going to churn up the food and mix it with all the gastric juices, which include hydrochloric acid that are secreted from the parietal cells, and also pepsinogen secreted from the chief cells. The hydrochloric acid is going to convert the pepsinogen to pepsin, which is going to digest proteins. And then you're going to have gastric amylase, which is going to digest carbohydrates. And then you're going to dump via the pyloric sphincter from the stomach into the duodenum. In the duodenum, you're going to have, so the food that's now being dumped in is called chyme at this point. It's the liquid version. And in the duodenum, you're going to have digestion that is, so you're also going to have bicarbonate ion that's going to be in the duodenum, which is going to neutralize the low pH, the acidic pH that's coming out of the stomach. And you're going to have the gallbladder, which is right here. Gallbladder right here. It's a weakly developed one in this pig, but we have the gallbladder here that's going to dump bile into the duodenum via the common bile duct. And the common bile duct also shares a connection to the pancreas, which we see here. It's this lobular, kind of glandular organ right here. That's going to dump pancreatic amylase into the duodenum via the common bile duct as well. So what's getting digested in the duodenum is protein, carbohydrates, and fats. The bile is going to emulsify the fats so that they're more easily digested by the lipase that's also getting secreted by the pancreas. From the duodenum, you're going to go into the ileum, the jejunum and the ileum, which is the final part of the small intestine, which we see here. And that is going to dump into the large intestine via the ileocecal valve, which we can see right here. This is your cecum. And normally off of the cecum, you can see a small finger-like appendage, which is called the appendix, actually. And then from there, it's going to go into the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, and out through the rectum, internal sphincter, and an external sphincter, and it's going to go out through the anus. Now, if we lift up all of this digestive system here, we see the kidney here, and just medial to the kidney, we see a ureter right here, which is going to leave the kidney and go from the kidney. It's going to carry the waste from the kidney down the ureter to the urinary bladder, which we can see right here. And then from the urinary bladder, it's going to exit through the urogenital opening, or the urogenital sinus, which is down here. And then if we talk about the reproductive system, which is really related to that, we have an ovary here with a uterine tube, and on this side another ovary with a uterine tube, which the uterine tubes are going to lead to the uterus, which is down in here. From the uterus, you're going to have the vaginal opening, which we can see right here through the peritoneum. And that's going to join up with the urogenital tract and exit the body through the urogenital sinus. And the vagina is going to be where the sperm is deposited for fertilization and for reproduction.